The death of John Lennon in 1980 sent shockwaves throughout the music world. It was one of those moments in history that left an indelible mark. People remembered exactly where they were when they heard the news. While fans everywhere mourned the loss, no one felt the tragedy more deeply than Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, and George Harrison. By the time Lennon was killed, the former Beatles had moved past the tensions that followed their split and were back on friendly terms. However, their bond was no longer as close as it once had been, and the things left unsaid weighed heavily in the aftermath. Each of them found their own way to honor Lennon's memory, but one moment stood out as particularly powerful. George Harrison penned a heartfelt tribute that eventually brought the remaining three Beatles back together, something that hadn't happened since their difficult breakup. Harrison had originally written the song all those years ago in 1980 with the intention that Ringo Starr would sing it on one of his own albums. But after recording it, they realized the song didn't quite suit Starr's vocal style, so it was set aside. Then, tragedy struck. Lennon was senselessly murdered outside his apartment by a disturbed fan in December of that year, and everything changed. As Harrison worked on his 1981 album, Somewhere in England, he was overwhelmed with emotion and decided to revisit the song. He rewrote the lyrics, transforming it into a tribute that reflected on his personal connection with Lennon and the complicated nature of their friendship. In the song, he touched on their shared history, acknowledging both the good times and the challenges, and expressed admiration for Lennon's artistry and outspoken views. Harrison conveyed how deeply he had respected him, recognizing his vision and influence throughout the years. Realizing that the tribute wouldn't be complete without the involvement of the only two people who truly understood what Lennon meant to him, Harrison invited McCartney and Starr to join the project. Since Starr was already familiar with the track, having recorded the earlier version, he contributed by playing drums. McCartney, along with his wife Linda, provided harmony vocals. Their collaboration on the song marked the first time the three had worked together in the studio since I, Me, Mine, the last track recorded by all four Beatles in 1970. Though it came under tragic circumstances, their reunion for all those years ago was a deeply meaningful gesture, reflecting not only their sorrow, but also their lasting bond and shared love for the friend they had lost.